students, good morning everyone. Now it's time for your accounts class and my today's topic is cash flow statements. So first of all, cash, which is current assets, and the chapter is all about what comes in and what goes out. Okay, what amount of cash comes in the business and what goes out. It's all about the inflows and outflows. First of all, see the learning objectives, operating activities, investing activities and financing activity. Your here activities divided into three parts. Key terms, cash equivalents. Example, the commercial paper, the treasury bills and the short-term government bonds with the maturity date of 3 months or less. So these securities which can be easily converted into cash, okay, and whose tenure is less than 3 months is considered as the cash equivalents. Cash equivalents are the investment securities that are meant for short-term investing. They have high credit quality and are highly liquid. Highly liquid, what it means it can be easily converted into cash form. Cash equivalents are also known as the cash and equivalents. So first of all, see the operating cycle. You know very well. First of all, cash is used to purchase the raw material, then converted into products, okay, and then sales, and afterwards collection of cash. So here you collect the cash from the customers and ultimately you are having enough cash to purchase the raw material again for the further production. The operating cycle is the average period of time required for a business to make an initial outlay of the cash to produce the goods, sell the goods and receive cash from the customer in exchange for the goods. So it is totally a cycle: cash, then purchase of raw material, then convert the raw material into goods, and then ultimately to sold the goods to the customer and receive the cash. Dividend. Dividend, it's simply a profit which is provided to the shareholders. Okay, the debenture holder receive interest, but the shareholder receive the dividend. Dividend refers to the reward, cash or the otherwise that a company gives to its shareholders. Dividends can be issued in various forms such as the cash, payment, stocks or even other forms. Now, see one situation. Hello everyone, meet Mr. Ronak, the owner of SK Bakers. Today our motive is to know about the cash inflows and cash outflows of Mr. Ronak's bakery business. So here categorized into two parts: cash inflows and cash outflows. List of cash inflow items like the cash received after the sale of pastries, cakes and cupcakes, and cash received after the sale of juices, cold drinks, shakes. Then cash received after the sale of bakery biscuits, and cash received after the sale of the donuts, pizzas, cash received after the sale of cheese. These all such items available in Ronak's bakery, and the person receiving the cash after the sale of these such goods. Now list of cash outflows. To buy the ingredients, firstly the person purchase the ingredients, then only the person provide the final product to the customers. Okay, so flour, need sugar and yeast, wheat, salt, spices, flavoring, seeds, butter, egg, oil and supplies and packing materials like such as bags and the twist ties, labels, stickers, ribbons, tape, boxes, plastic boxes. Okay, payroll like the staff salaries and labor wages, and for electricity the person also paid for the electricity, the cost of electricity to run the equipment on which you prepare food, like the person preparing the food, such as the ovens, mixers and fryers. So these all are the expenses and the cash paid by the Ronak and the cash received from the various goods. So introduction, a cash flow statement tells you how much the cash is entering and leaving your business. So like suppose you earn from your business 5,000 and but your expenses, you paid for the expenses 4,500, means 500 only your profit of the month. So this one is a full-fledged structure of cash flow statements. Here see. Then purpose of cash flow statements, the explanation for the changes in the cash, information about non-cash investing and financing activities, and financial condition of the firm, provides a view of management strategy and legal requirements. So cash flow statement is divided into three parts: operating, investing and financing. So operating is all about the day-to-day business dealings, okay, and how to operate the business and all such expenses, cash, etc. So investing, okay, investing different type of securities available to invest, and the financing is all about the interest, dividend. So first one is operating activities. Operating activities examples like cash received from the goods sold, payments to the employees, taxes and payments to the suppliers. These all are the examples of operating activities. Operating activities are all the things a company does to bring its products and services to the market on an ongoing basis. Like example, Baba Garments. Cash received from the sale of like different type of products, variety available with Baba Garments, like t-shirts, jeans, tops for women, and jackets, shorts, t-shirts for men, and jumping suits, t-shirts and shorts, bib suits, frocks for babies. These all operating activities. The any amount the person received after the sale of such things. Operating activities generates the majority of the cash flows for the company, as it is directly linked to core business activities of the company like sales, distribution, production and so on. So operating activities, inflows and outflows. Inflows like cash sales, cash received from the debtors, cash received from commission and fees, royalty, okay, and outflows like cash purchases, payment to the creditors, cash operating expenses, payment of wages, income tax. Now for a finance company, example Bajaj Finance Limited, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, Muthoot Finance Limited, HDB Finance Services. For a finance company, cash inflow like the cash received for interest and dividend and sale of securities. It all comes under the finance company. And cash outflows like cash paid for interest, purchase of securities. For an insurance company, examples like Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company, National Insurance Company, New India Assurance. These all are the example of the insurance companies. Okay, for insurance company, the inflow like premium and claims received. Okay, and cash outflows, premium and the claims paid. Next one is for real estate, the infrastructure a company, example GMR Infrastructure Limited, IRB Infrastructure Developers Limited, Jayaprakash Associates Limited, Hindustan Construction Company. These all are the real estate companies available names. And for real estate, the inflows and outflows. Inflows like rent received and outflows simply rent paid. Investing activities. Purchase of the physical assets like the land, building, machinery. Investment in securities or the sale of securities like the shares, debentures, government bonds. As per accounting standard 3. Investing activities are acquisition and disposal of the long-term assets and other investments not included in the cash equivalents. So investing activities. Your investing activities, cash inflows and cash outflows. See, sale of fixed assets. So here like plant, machinery sold. So you received your cash, okay. Sale of investment and interest received on debentures, dividend received on the shares and the rent received, and cash outflow simply like purchase of fixed assets, purchase of investments. Financing activities like receiving cash from issuing stock or spending cash to repurchase the shares, receiving cash from issuing debit or paying down the debit, paying cash dividends to the shareholder. It's all about the finance, means when you are providing something to the shareholders, like as a dividend you are providing, okay, as a interest you are receiving, your other income. Financing activity refer to the flow of cash between a business and its owner and creditors. It focuses on how the business raises capital and pay back its investors. Okay, and the activities include issuing and selling stock, paying cash dividends, and adding the loans. Financing activities, cash inflows and cash outflows, like issue of shares in cash, issue of debentures in cash, proceeds from the long-term borrowings, security premium received, and cash outflows like payment of loans, redemption of preference shares, debentures, redemption. What is the meaning of redemption? Means buyback. Buyback of equity shares, payment of dividends, payment of interest, premium paid on redemption of preference. So, see the practical problem from the following. Prepare a cash flow statement for the year ending 31st March 2019. So, here mixed items provided to you: operating, financing as well as the investing. So, first of all, solution: cash flow from the operating activities. Consider all the operating activities like net profit before tax. So, your net profit before tax with you is 20,000. Record here 20,000 recorded. Okay, now add the decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities, and less increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities. So with you, just check out first of all increase in the trade payables. So trade payable here increase. What it means? Your here increase in the current liability. So record here the amount 5,000. Okay, trade payables firstly 7,000, then your 5,000 here is decrease in the trade payables. Trade payables means your current assets here decrease. So record here 5,000, total amount here is 12,000. So from the operating 20,000 plus 12,000, 32,000 cash flow from operating activities. Now it's time for the second part, cash flow from investing activities. Investing means sale of fixed assets. Check out the statement. Any sale of fixed asset? Yes, this one. Sale of fixed asset here 20,000. Record here 20,000. Add up 32,000 plus 20,000, 52,000. Okay, the cash flow from investing activities here is 20,000, and the third portion is cash flow from financing activities. So it's all about the shares, debenture redemption. Okay, check out the statement. Redemption of debentures 50,000 means you redeem, buy back the shares. It means negative, you paid. That's why in bracket 50,000. No any other shares related item available. So deduct 50,000 with you only 20,000. Increase in cash and bank balance. So here 2,000 available. Now add the cash balance if available in the statement. Opening cash and bank balance 10,000. Add 10,000 with you 12,000 is the cash flow of the business. Okay. Likewise, see the next. The summary of cash transaction extracted from the books of the Happy Limited are With you the balance sheet as on 1st April 2015, receipt from the customer, issue of shares, sale of fixed asset, payment to suppliers, payment for fixed assets, these all such things given. First of all, start with the operating. So record, you are required to prepare cash flow statement, okay, from the operating activities like receipt from the customers, payment to suppliers, payment of wages and salaries. So here payment to supplier means cash goes out. That's why in the bracket 8,188 rupees. Then payment of wages and salaries in bracket negative amount, payment of overheads and payment of tax. Then with you 1,236. Now it's time for investing activities. Proceeds on sale of fixed asset with you 512 rupees, and acquisition means you purchase the fixed asset and payment made. So here 920. So with you 408. Now two here sections covered: operating activities and the investing activities. Now the third one is financing activities. Proceeds on issue of shares means here proceed of sale of shares 1,200, payment of dividend, you paid the dividend means here cash goes out, negative 320, and repayments of bank loan. So 1,000 with you the negative balance of 120. So at the end, after adding the cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the period is 140 with you 848 the cash at the end of the period. Add the cash and cash equivalent at the beginning and at the end, the balance with you is the end period cash balance. Now it's time for your homework questions. What is meant by the term cash equivalent as per the accounting standard 3? What is meant by an operating cycle? List any two types of operating activities. What is meant by the cash equivalents? What is meant by cash flow statement? List any two types of financing activity. List any four types of investing activities. While preparing a cash flow statement, identify the following transactions as belong to the operating activities, investing activities, and along with the theory questions, okay, solve the sums 0, 1 to 57 plus related illustrations. And further links are provided to you. YouTube videos, watch YouTube videos for more information relating to this topic. Thank you so much students for watching this video.